guys, so back at it again. For today I'm gonna go ahead and replace a door lock actuator for the passenger rear door. That one right now, whenever I push to lock or unlock the door, the actuator actually just keeps on spinning, so it's not engaging at all. The other thing I want to go ahead and work on today is I did buy a new washer reservoir for the windshield wiper fluid. The one I have right now is currently leaking. Honestly, the price for, I believe, the pump and the seals was about the same price as just replacing the entire unit. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in. So for the door lock actuator, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys what it sounds like, just in case you guys are experiencing a similar condition. You guys can go ahead and watch this video and hopefully it can help you guys out. I am trying, whoops, music came on. I am trying to figure out what I want to do with this channel as far as the repairs I do. Like I said before, I do a lot of mechanic work. I am a mechanic by trade as well, but I want to see if I should do step-by-step videos for you guys, or if it's more vlog style where I just go ahead and do the repairs, show you guys what I'm doing like on a day-to-day basis kind of thing, or if I should make it more, like I said, step-by-step. Let me know what you guys think about it. For this one, I'll probably try to do a step-by-step, just trying to see how that would look once I post it. I'm gonna go ahead and actuate the door lock, and you guys are gonna be able to hear a constant spinning, and this whole or the mechanism right here is not actually gonna move at all. So let me go ahead and hit that switch for you guys. So that one right there is pretty much a given. You already know that the switch is sending out the signal to the actuator, and the actuator is indeed receiving the signal. So that one right there, easy enough. You already know, hey, it's just the actuator that's not engaging properly. But there's a tiny motor inside the actuator with a bunch of plastic gears. Sometimes those gears just give out. So for this one, the repair process is pretty much going to be pretty simple. We have a screw cover right here. Pops off. We have a visible screw down in the door handle, and then we're gonna have one at the corner of the door panel.
I love your clothes out of your bag.
Thank you. Go ahead and remove all of our screws.
Let's go ahead and...
And like I said, we have one in the corner. Alright. Go ahead and check to make sure you're not missing any. Right here, we're gonna have another one in the corner. Alright, so now that we have all the screws removed, as far as we can see, we're gonna go ahead and get a flathead screwdriver or some other prying tool, particularly something that's going to be pretty sturdy. Some of these door panels will be pretty on there, so we're going to go ahead and enter from the bottom. So we're going to enter the door panel from the bottom. I don't know if you can see that right there. In between the door and the panel itself, we're going to go ahead and pry this way out, and then you can stick your hand in there and follow it up the rest of the way.
Bye-bye.
Let's go ahead and remove this panel. So the door panel is now loose. Go ahead and pull it back. We're gonna have our wiring harness right here. Go ahead and disengage that.
Okay.
So for this harness, every harness is going to be a little bit different as far as removal goes, but for this one we have these little wings. So you have this guy right here, you're just going to have this one, so they just pry it down, pry this one up, and pull the plug out. So our door lock actuator is going to be housed in this part of the door. So we're going to have some Torx bolts right here. We're gonna go ahead and remove those. This right here is going to be your moisture barrier. They are held in with adhesive. It's okay to peel these back. So this one right now is kind of like a tape-like material. Usually they have some type of like, I would say like a silicone material that's holding it in place. Those are a little bit more messy. Remove this pigtail or connector. It's gonna be the same style as the one I showed you guys on the door panel. It's literally just lift up on this tab right here, lift it up, pull it straight out, it'll come off. Alright, so now that we pulled back the weather barrier, we're gonna have a rod right here. It's gonna have this red locking tab, which is how it mounts to the actual actuator. This is gonna be your pivot point. This is gonna be your opening. So we're gonna swing this upward. You're gonna have this red tab on this side. This is gonna be for the outer door handle, and the hinge is up here. Our opening's on this side, so we're gonna swing it backwards. See if I can do that while holding the camera right here. So went ahead and pushed it up. This rod should come out. Put that aside. We're gonna go ahead and do the same thing to this one. So I'm just gonna try and grab it with one finger. Pull it up. So these 3 bolts are gonna be a 30 Torx. We're gonna go ahead and come back over here. We're gonna pull back towards you, making sure the rod is out of the way. So we actually have one more rod. You can see the red tab in there. I'm gonna try and disengage that one real quick. So what I did for that top tab, for the actual door lock, I went through here and I just pried it upward, and we can really see that. So now it's disengaged. So we should be able to pop that out now. Alright, so this is our actuator once it's outside of the car. So I went ahead and transferred over the rod. So right now we're gonna go ahead and put it back inside the door panel. So overall, all the rods are in. Don't forget to put your connector back on. Make sure it snaps in. Pop those in. Here it goes. Works. So now we could go ahead and put the door panel back on, now that we verified it worked. So don't forget your connector. Plug it back into your window switch. I'm going to start with the door panel from the top of the door. Work our way down. When you're first doing this, make sure that the door feels aligned. If you feel any type of resistance, that means that the clips are not aligned to the holes on the door panel or on the door itself. Alright, so get our trim back. This one's gonna go like this. Go ahead and tighten up our bolts. These don't have to be extremely tight. It's literally just once it seats, I go ahead and stop. Don't forget our little cover for the screw. Pop that back in, and there you go. So the other thing we're going to take care of in this video is the washer reservoir. So the new one right here. So for this one, we're gonna have 2 bolts, one on this side, one on this side. We're gonna have 2 electrical connectors at the bottom, and then our pumps are actually gonna have 2 different hoses as well. One's gonna be for the front washers, and the other one is gonna be for the rear washer jets. So go ahead and remove our 210 millimeters. So for these connectors, same thing. You're gonna pull back on the clip and then pull it straight out. This one is gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna go ahead and wedge a flathead screwdriver in between, and I'm just gonna go ahead and twist it back and forth. So all it was is 2 spades and a female spade connector, and it just pulls out. We're gonna have our water lines, so go ahead and pull that back. Same thing on this one. Go ahead and pull back, and that's it. Reservoir removed. Oh, sorry. We actually have one more over here, a sensor. All right, so for this car, we do have a sensor right here. All that's gonna do is tell us that we're low on the washer reservoir fluid. This transmits back to the VIC, which I have deleted on my car. I don't have that like infotainment system or information center anymore. So that really doesn't matter to me as far as having it or not. I'm gonna go ahead and delete this. So pretty much I'm just gonna leave it off to the side. What I didn't notice is the part numbers are actually stamped onto this container. So we're gonna have a dual pump with sensor, a single pump with sensor, dual pump without sensor, single pump without sensor. So definitely would have came in handy when ordering the new one. However, the only thing it seems like we're missing is the level sensor. The new one also does not have the same style connector. So we're gonna have to try and figure that part out of it, see what we can do as far as this goes. We have this style connector on the new pump or on the new reservoir. This connector right here, I'm hoping this is for the front one because that's all I really need. I don't really care about the rear one, but I would like to get it going, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and wire that up later. All I'm gonna do is engage the front windshield wipers, the motor for it, and then see if this one is making any noise. If it does, we know we're good. If not, unfortunately, it's gonna be this connector, and we're gonna have to figure out a way to get this to work onto this pump. Alright, well, that concludes that it is the right one. So we're gonna go ahead and leave this one plugged in, just like that. We're gonna hook up our hoses back again. Like I said, this connector is just gonna pretty much hang out for now, but you do want to hook up the hose just so you won't have a bunch of leaks everywhere. Otherwise, you're gonna waste all your fluid on that. Go ahead and snug this back down. Alright, and that's it for now. Gotta fill it up and test it out, make sure it works. Alright, so the new reservoir is in. Like I said, pretty easy install. 2 bolts and some connectors, and that's pretty much it. Gonna go ahead and test it out. Filled it up with water. Prime it up a little bit. There should be some air in there still. Alright, so once all the air came out of the system, it's spraying pretty good. So we're good to go. Hope that was okay for you guys. This is my first time doing like a step-by-step tutorial. I will edit the video and see how that comes out, but as I go along with it, I do want to get better at explaining how I'm going to be doing certain things or how a repair should be done. I'm not too used to doing like a step-by-step tutorial. Usually when I do the repairs, it's just go ahead and do it. There's a lot more to it. Obviously setting up the camera for the shot, or just instead of having it in your head like, okay, well I know I need to do this, or this is how I'm gonna do it, actually speaking out and giving you guys my thoughts on how I'm going to be handling certain situations or diagnoses, repairs, whatever the case is. So it's a little bit harder. Gotta get something that I gotta get used to. So if you guys have any feedback, go ahead and let me know. Excited to see how these videos turn out. But other than that, that's it for this video. Go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, whatever you guys want to do. Will definitely help me out a lot. I'm trying to build this channel, so go ahead and leave one of those. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.